Text 4. Do sports build character or damage it? By Mark Edmondson. This essay appeared in January 2012 in the Chronicle of Higher Education, a newspaper and website that presents news and information relevant to college faculty and staff. Edmondson is an English professor at the University of Virginia. The following is excerpted from his essay. The first year I played high school football, the coaches were united in their belief that drinking water on the practice field was dangerous. It made you cramp up, they told us. It made you sick to your stomach, they said. So at practice, which went on for 2.5 hours twice a day during a roaring New England summer, we got no water. Players cramped up anyway. Players got sick to their stomachs regardless. Players fell on their knees and began making soft, plaintive noises. They were helped to their feet, escorted to the locker room, and seen no more. The coaches didn't cut anyone from the squad that year. Kids cut themselves. Guys with what appeared to be spectacular athletic talent would, after 4 days of double session drills, walk hangdog into the coach's locker room and hand over their pads. When I asked one of them why he quit, he simply said, "I couldn't take it." Could I? There was no reason going in thinking that I would be able to. I was a buttery soft around the waist, nearsighted, not especially fast, and not agile at all. It turned out that underneath the soft exterior, I had some muscles, and my lung capacity was well developed, probably from vicious bouts of asthma I'd had as a boy. But compared with those of my fellow ball players, my physical gifts were meager. What I had was a will that was anything but weak. It was a surprise to me and to everyone who knew me how ferociously I wanted to stay with the game. Did I love the game? I surely liked it. I liked how, when I was deep in fatigue, I became a tougher, more daring person, even a reckless one. One night, scrimmaging, I went head-on with the star running back, a guy who outweighed me by 20 pounds and was far faster and stronger. I did what the coaches said. I squared up, got low. In football, the answer to every difficulty is to get low or get lower, and planted him. I did that? I asked myself. I liked being the guy who could do that sometimes, though alas not often enough. The intensity of the game was inebriating. It conquered my grinding self-consciousness, brought me out of myself. I liked the transforming aspect of the game. I came to the field one thing, a diffident guy with a slack body, and worked like a dog and so became something else, a guy with some physical prowess and more faith in himself. Mostly, I liked the whole process because it was so damned hard. I didn't think I could make it, and no one I knew did either. My parents were ready to console me if I came home bruised and dead weary and said that I was quitting. In time, one of the coaches confessed to me that he was sure I'd be gone in a few days. I had not succeeded in anything for a long time. I was a crappy student. Socially, I was close to a wash. My part-time job was scrubbing pans in a hospital kitchen. The first girl I liked in high school didn't like me. The second and the third followed her lead. But football was something I could do, though it was never going to be anything like a star. It was hard. It took some strength of will, and clumsily, passionately, I could do it. Over time, I came to understand that the objective of the game, on the deepest level, wasn't to score spectacular touchdowns or to make bone-smashing tackles or block kicks. The game was much more about practice than about the Saturday afternoon contests. And practice was about trying to do something over and over again, failing, and then finally succeeding part way. Practice was about showing up and doing the same drills day after day and getting stronger and faster by tiny, tiny increments, and then discovering that by the end of the season, you were effectively another person. There were times while I was playing that I thought I was an abject failure at the game. I simply never got very good, but I came to see that I was actually quite a success. I was able to show up every day, to work hard at something that was extremely difficult for me and to improve little by little. No one really noticed my improvements, least of all the coaches, but I did, and I took great pleasure in them. Football became a prototype for every endeavor in later life that required lonely, painstaking work that was genuinely demanding. Through the game, I learned to care more about how I myself judged this or that performance of mine, and less about how the world did.